Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Tuesday. Tuesday's request day. Today's map was requested by Warren and is an older, if not a super old map. A realistic map based on a 1-to-1 scale and overlay as well. Now, if you've got any maps that you'd like me to review, the list is quite short at the moment, so do stick it in the comments down below and I will add it to the wish list and we'll get round to doing them just as soon as we can. So simple as that, or you can tweet me or do it via Facebook, whichever suits you most. What would suit me most would be an itchy trigger finger if you happen to have one. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thanks for your support. Today's map is Caernarfon Wales Vanilla Celtic Coast theme by the much loved MrMiyagi. MrMiyagi, who is there and supportive to everybody, so we should be supportive to them. There's your start square. Now, although it's a 1-to-1 style map, well, the roads are an act of fiction, I would say today. There is your terrain heights, pretty solid, probably, I would say. Yep. And then if we have a look over at the resources, fair amount of field painting going on there, and all in them are hills. Off to the workshop. Well, it's a vanilla map, so you're expecting it to be vanilla, and you'd be right. We are using the Celtic Coast theme by MrMiyagi himself, though a realistic 1.2 LUTs, even though it does suggest... oh no, it says satellite there. That's a satellite image, not the satellite LUT. I take that back. I went into a panic mode there, go, no, I've done it again. No, it's all right. Realistic 1.2 it is. And he's used the overlayer mod to get everything roughly in the right place and all the fields to look exactly as they do in the satellite imagery, which is great. As I said though, the roads, well, first of all, we're using vanilla, so therefore we are literally just working with the vanilla roads, which means there's a limitation and these aren't necessarily going to match up. And in fact, the routes that have been taken have been a little bit creative, which kind of work for gameplay purposes, but less so if you are literally wanting to do a 1-to-1 recreation of Caernarfon. Now, Caernarfon, just down the road from the area that Construction Gaming keeps remaking. So perhaps Construction Gaming, you could remake Caernarfon as it could do with an upgrade from this 2016 map by MrMiyagi. Creative intersection there. Not saying there's anything wrong or right with it. You can make your own decisions. It's not the prettiest of intersections, but some intersections just aren't pretty. You know, you don't always have a pretty intersection. It works perfectly fine, does the job. And we're going to take this route here because if I remember, this is the A499. I could be wrong on that one, but it's the I think it was the A499, which runs along the coast, I do believe, of this part of North Wales. You notice here we've got a bit of glitching between the roads there, and the gap just opens up a little bit there. So a little bit of loss of control of the road. Not that this makes any difference. You probably don't care, and that's fine. But this road is almost completely fictitious here, especially the fact that it's a super highway that goes into a tunnel here. Now, this tunnel just does not exist, unless they've built it since I checked Google Earth about 20 minutes ago. Anyway, it emerges over here, and for gameplay, it does keep the traffic flowing away from the main build area, and it does mean that you should have slightly less traffic in your city while you're building. So, as a gameplay, it is a plus side. If you're looking to recreate the area, it's a minus side. Now, you may notice this road over rail bridge, minor issue. Oh, it's a little bit too low. A little bit too low for the catenaries there. And you can say, well, that's just a one-off. Let him off. Look, we've got another line over here. It's perfectly fine. Oh, it's over here as well. So we've got a 2-off there. So, oopsie. These things happen. And it's an old map, so it's probably not going to be updated and upgraded. I wouldn't blame MrMiyagi if he said, no, I'm fine with it. I'm going to let it be. Old news to me. Another massive intersection there, not sort of thing that you would see in the area of North Wales. But bless you. I'm not sure though. We've got this like elevated section coming into the intersection there. It looks like it's entirely elevated, apart from over here where it's not elevated here and starts elevating a bit later. What's it like on the other side? Elevates later over here as well. Yeah, and also you may notice we've got a tiny little bit of terrain stroke road glitching going on there. The only bit of glitching on the entire map. But I can see where and why that's happened, where we've kind of like between the elevated and the road sections. Now we head down this way. We're heading now down towards the start square. Again, a work of fiction entirely, this road as it is, but there is a road coming in from this direction in real life, so I guess it's okay. Nice little bridge there, got no grumbles with that. That does the job. Down here we've got wait for it, there is a, where is it? I know it's down here somewhere on the right hand side. There will be a turn off. It's a bit further. Oh no, we've got to cross another bridge. Sorry, after this bridge, this one I forgot was here. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but I'm okay with that as well because of the shape of the river. That kind of makes sense as well. So kind of okay with that one. But yes, we've got to turn off on the right hand side here. Now I have had a look at Google Earth and there doesn't seem to be anything specific there in real life that would require just a one side access. So I don't know if that was an oversight or whatever. Maybe MrMiyagi will stick something in the comments to explain that, but it's okay. You can demolish it with a couple of clicks. Then you're down to the start square intersection, which is perfectly fine. It's okay. It's just, if anything though, a little bit on the low side. Once again, the early maps from MrMiyagi all had very low bridges. This one is about as low as you can go. You're probably going to have some, it's not donut proof, is it? We managed to avoid having any street lamps clipping through. Oh no, I lie. We have a street lamp clipping through. Just the one. Oopsie. And then down here we've got, this would be the entrance, again a little bit on the low side here, but this is how you're going to get into your start square. One of two entry points. The road going across it is Vanilla Highway, 3-lane, and it does say in the description to upgrade this just as soon as you unlock the roads. So yeah, that's what you're going to want to do there. Just unlock that road and you'll be absolutely fine and dandy to start building your city. Not a huge job and it will need doing. Then down here we have got, this is the start square and something bright and yellow. And this is a lovely little asset. It was only in at number 20 in the Steam chart, only just noticed it. It's the School Bus UK RHD right-hand drive plus prop, no DLC required, by CyberVibes. Now, this is the prop. The ground underneath, I have used Surface Painter, so it pops out a little bit more. You just get the bus itself. But you get the bus as a vehicle and as a prop. So if you want to do lots of buses outside a bus station, you can plop them down and still have the same bus running around on the roads. Very nice idea, Mr. CyberVibes. Or Miss CyberVibes, I don't know. Now, factoids because factoids, it's a slightly longer factoid, so I'll start reading it and we'll come back to it on the rest of the roads. At the turn of the century, an American woman developed a particular obsession. She believed that the day that she stopped building work on her house would be the day that she died. More to follow. Oh, it's a cliffhanger. Anyway, School Bus by CyberVibes. And that is today's asset of the day. So anyway, back to the roads. This intersection here, again, all the intersections around the start square are all just a little bit on the low side. It's the only place where they are struggling with street light clipping. So anyway, we're going to double speed over the rest of the roads because there's not too much to see. Just want to show you where the intersections are and a little bit of a look at the scenery as we fly over it. But anyways, yes, next intersection is here, which is one looks just like that. Nothing much to mention about that. Anyway, this lady in America with the house that she believed she was going to die on the day that she completed building it. The neighbours watched as the house was extended over the years to cover 6 acres. Then, one day, there was a building strike. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? On that very day, she died. Well, I don't know how much truth there is in that, but it's in the book, so it's got to be true. And I'm sure somebody in America will know this story and will probably share some more details about it, more details than I have to hand. But anyway, we'll head off towards the fog and turn around and come back along the rail. Now there's not too, excuse me, bit of a sniffle there, but not too much to grumble about with the rail. Got some encroaching trees on the catenaries here, which is okay. And then there's one other minor issue and then something unique. And I think we can look at it as being a deliberate, mistake, a deliberate mistake, which we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, more trees, plenty of trees, just edging onto the catenaries all along. We're going to go straight on to one of these two bridges that is slightly too low, which we've already checked out, so we won't have another look at that one. We'll skip over that. Then the lines merge up over here as well. And then as we come down, we'll go over the bridges, with start square bridges, which look absolutely fine. I'm okay with those. And there's somewhere, oh yeah, we've got a second river to cross first, but before we go any further on, if I remember rightly. Come on, where is this second river? I'm sure there's a second river. Yeah, there is a second river. Oh, where's this second bridge? So, oh, there's a train. Hello, we'll use you in a minute. You're coming very handy. Thank you very much. Yes, here we go. No second river. The tunnel, it just drops off in. We've seen this before several times, and that can be tapered in a lot more smoothly. Look what happens to the train as it enters the tunnel. If you imagine this was real life, this would actually happen in real life, only much more devastatingly. But look at the way that it jinks around there. It's not ideal. But anyway, yeah, the train has now gone into the tunnel. If we have a look here, we go underground, just underneath there's the second river, and along here you'll see there's a clearing of trees exactly the width of a rail line. So maybe there was, I'm not going to pretend there was a real railway line along here, which used to be a bridge. They demolished it, put it all into a tunnel, and that is now some sort of one of those tracks that you can walk along and just enjoy the path. But I suspect that actually is just a genuine mistake by Mr. Miyagi, that he's forgot to paint in the trees again. But we'll pretend. And pretending is a thing that everybody should do. Like when you pretend to pay your taxes. Everybody should... No, hang on a second. No, that's the thing you really should do. I always get those mixed up. We'll skip along here alongside the river. Got a nice tree line along the river. Oh, hello. Do you see these things along the river? The tree line along the river. Yes, we've got some, soggy bark going on there. Not the only one, like this one down here. You poor fella. Oh, I'm going to save a tree. Save a tree, everybody. Save a tree. We're going to save you. You're right up to your neck, aren't you? Right, okay. Move it. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. Save the tree, and we can carry on. Right, so anyway, that's about all there is to talk about with the rail. We can take a short break while Zack does his stuff about water physics today. If you want to know more about water physics, there will be a link in the top right hand corner. You know the routine.
Are you struggling with water physics in the game? Are you constantly drowning and flooding your soggy little sins? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Water Physics by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to Caernarfon Wales vanilla Celtic Coast theme by Mr. Miyagi. We've got a loop back there for the shipping routes. I don't really feel that is absolutely necessary, but that was back in the day when everybody did it, so that's fine. Then we've got loads of these lines which just go to a dead end. So there's going to be no shipping coming in here until you pop in your harbours, your docks somewhere along here. It goes right the way up into the estuary, which is a good thing. You won't be able to do any docks on this side because we have these sandbanks that are blocking the way, which is fine. I have no issue with this one. In fact, the town is on the opposite side of the river, so in real life. So just something to bear in mind if you planned on doing any shipping up there. That might be just something that to obstruct you. Water flow is pretty good. We've got a little river running on Start Square. A little bit of gloop going on there. I think that is just start of map water flow issues and will balance itself out in time. I didn't go back and check, but it looks like it's going to settle to me. And then the main river, we've got a very strong water flow going right down the main river estuary out into the is it the Menai Straits? I think it's the Menai Straits up here actually. Anyway, Menai Straits, and over here, just to make sure the water isn't flooding in from the edge of map water flow, we've got a couple of sinks just right outside the estuary just to get the water flowing away. Now you may notice an aeroplane, which is great. In real life, there is actually a little airstrip down here. And it's an old air museum, I do believe, right in this cleared location here. So Mr. Miyagi's even cleared the area for you, which is nice. Along here, also in real life, we've got a couple of like caravan parks and holiday parks, but it's kind of a desolate area down here. If you want to get away from it all, it's not a bad location. Down here, we've got the Bellon Fort, which Mr. Miyagi hasn't put in. I said Bellon, not dear, oh dear. Children. And then we've got this little section here. It's actually a peninsula that connects up completely in real life. Maybe it floods at high tide. I'm not entirely certain that it does though. And MrMiyagi's missed an opportunity to do some really nice geological stuff along that coastline there. Have a look at the Google Earth images to see what I mean by that one. But it's all good. Speaking of geological though, we've got these fields are exactly as per the overlay. So these fields are spot on. Now we have used field painting here. Field painting, there we go, with the resources. So if you're looking to well, if you're looking to play proper vanilla, true vanilla, and play with those as fields, yeah, you've got a little bit of an issue going on. But it's down to how you wish to play the game. As always, everybody plays it differently. You've got the detailers, you've got the vanilla players, you've got the somewhere in betweeners. Over here, we have got, you may notice the hills. There be hills over here. These have got ore in them. And this is the tip of Snowdonia. Oh, it says Snowdonia. Come on. The Snowdonia tip. These are big bugger mountains, these ones. And, oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Lovely part of the United. If you ever come to the United Kingdom, head off to Snowdonia. Have a look at the mountains. It's a lovely, lovely area. Anyway, what do you think of this particular map by MrMiyagi? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Well, only you can decide. Only you, no one else. It's just your vote. Okay, right, aesthetically. Well, the map looks exactly like it should do. It does. It doesn't really pop for me. It doesn't shine. It really does have that vanilla-esque early map kind of feel to it. I'm going to give it a high 3. I was tempted to squeeze it to a 4, but I'm not quite feeling the 4th star. Detailing across the whole is okay. It's okay. There's 1 or 2 things you'll want to tidy up. There's no major issues apart from a few drowned trees. It's not bad enough to drop down to 2 stars. I know there's a few of you are going to go, oh, it's 2. No, it's not that bad. It doesn't get anywhere near a 4th though. So 3 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, tough one here. As a map, it's a 4-star map. As a recreation of Caernarfon, if you want to rebuild Caernarfon, it's probably a 2-star map. Maybe somewhere in the middle to score. I'm just going to edge it out. I'm going to give it a low 4th. A very low, just as low as you can get with 4 stars for gameplay, because it is a very playable map as a vanilla map. Caernarfon Wales vanilla Celtic Coast theme by MrMiyagi. Very solid, 2016, remember this map, so it's been around quite some while and he's producing a lot more glorious stuff since then. Well, thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, for joining me for another map in the What's Map series. We've got another one coming along tomorrow, and judging by the thumbnail, looks good. Oh my goodness, don't miss tomorrow's show. Well, I'm not going to miss it because I've got to make it, but you mustn't miss it. I'll see you then, and have a great day. And I'm still filling time because we haven't got to the end of the road yet. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very, very welcome.